the first time I was ever blackout drunk. This is
now this is a totally different
yeah,
topic.
we kind of deviated to the first time we all got blackout drunk.
I feel like that's okay though. It's still a first time.
Let's all be delinquents.
We're all first timers.
This was also my first time in Quebec City, so this is another first time.
Okay.
It's the only time you.
Only time.
Yeah, never
going back.
I was kicked out of the city.
Yeah, we're still
I burned you to the ground.
You were kicked out of the province.
Besides, McDonald's, do not let this man into the city.
Well, see, like, it was 12th grade, and like half our 12th grade class was like, let's go on a big grad trip to Quebec City for whatever fucking reason.
Great.
Because the drinking age is 18 there, and it was awesome.
Right. Good times.
Yeah, that's the only reason. Because it's 19 in Nova Scotia, and it's 18 here too, right?
Yep.
Yeah, so we don't get to
That's
I
experience.
got a lot of experience in.
So like you get fucking. It was like a 20-hour bus ride. It was a long time. We get off the bus. We sprint to the nearest couche-tard, which is their convenience store.
Couche-tard?
Couche-tard.
Couche-tard.
It's open late at night.
Can you use that
literally
word
what it
sentence?
means.
Just let me be an Albertan for a second. Couche-tard.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Especially
I have
because
so many
we said
racist
that, like,
Albertan
couche-tard.
things just running through my head right now. Just
I
on
thought
the
it was-
hamster wheel, just like.
I thought it was funny how you guys said car, but I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Car?
We've been, me and Natasha have kind of been nudging about that the
Yeah.
entire time, but car?
Car?
The RV car?
Anyways, please continue.
I didn't mean it! You want a hug?
No, I don't want to hug.
Oh. Well, now I feel bad.
So you're at the
We were at the
couche-tard.
couche-tard. We bought an extravagant amount of alcohol.
Yeah.
We were the first ones to hit a liquor store off of like this bus full of like 8 people. It was planned that we were supposed to go to like this like big weird club place, like a 3-story French club, Chez Dagobert. I don't know. It was fucking weird. All I know is that by the time I was there, I was already blackout drunk, and I woke up with like this couple right beside me, like making out hardcore, like almost on top of me. And then this bouncer comes along and is like, "You guys go," and he's like, "Get the fuck out of here! Just go." And I wake, and they're like, "Okay." He just like kind of pushes me and pushes me and pushes me, and eventually I'm outside.
Yeah.
And then I see people I know, like, "Yeah, they're in the and so we cross the street, we go to McDonald's, and then we're like, "How are we getting back to our hotel? And where is it?" And then we find this English-speaking couple in the McDonald's, and they offer to give us a ride back to our hotel. And we're very trusting. So we're like, "Oh, yeah." And I'm like, "I'll get in the trunk. There's not enough room for everyone."
Just excuse me while you got fucking abducted.
Yeah.
So wait, hold on, like everyone's on a dead or abducted.
Wait a
I'm just
second.
having a ghost cast right
Kenneth, have you
now.
heard this story before?
No. It's because nothing happened. They actually
Excuse me.
took us to the hotel.
It's just Kenneth.
Just Kenneth.
Get it
Have you heard
straight.
this story
I feel
before?
like you also need to tell the story of the first time
Thank
you
you.
were
Thank
arrested.
Oh my god, that's a funny story.
That's a terrible story.
First time.
I transplanted
Yeah.
his hair onto you, and I can see the familial resemblance. I'm sorry, I just had to bring that up. You do look alike.
My hair's normally a lot longer than this.
Yeah.
I shaved it.
Yeah, it's just like I'm like, you guys are brothers, but I'm trying to see the resemblance. I see it
Yeah.
now.
When we were,
So your story
when
is
we were
done?
Kids,
Anyways,
people
you got
actually
abducted,
showed
you're in a
me
trunk.
the-
No, well, like, not abducted, because they actually weren't murderers, and they did take us to the hotel. And I got out of the trunk, and I went to bed. It was fine.
Just because they weren't murderers didn't mean you weren't abducted.
Nothing happened, I swear.
Okay.
Actually, I want to move on to a topic that's actually related to that.
How many times have you been abducted?
No. Like,
How many people
I
have you
can
done?
add it to the list.
next?
What is something that you put off doing for whatever reason, but when you finally got around to doing it, you actually really enjoyed yourself?
Every essay ever.
I'll start off.
Yes.
I can't remember like the context. I was with, I think it was my grade 8 class or it was my sister's grade 8 class, but I was friends with that teacher, and they invited me out to stuff. We were going luging, going to do luge, and I don't know the proper terms of luging.
Throw your
But-
body down a hill, you go really fast.
Rate it.
I know what it is because
No, I'm just saying, like, that, like
what
the
about the
technical term.
listeners?
The technical term, you throw your body down a hill, you go really fast.
Oh, got it.
All right. So when I got there, I have a tendency to use unpreparedness as an excuse to not do something. Be like, oh, I can't do this thing because I don't have whatever things,
Yeah.
or I'm not ready or mentally ready, or I don't have the equipment. So I got there and I was like, it looks kind of fun, but I didn't bring anything because I didn't have what I needed. So I'll just like watch everybody do it. And they said, no, we have a spare pair of like snow pants right here. Like, you go ahead. And I was like, no, I'm good. That's fine. That's whatever. Because it's like a pride thing. Like, I didn't want to have to change my mind, because if I all of a sudden had said no for so long and then all of a sudden say yes, for some reason it's like you feel like a defeat or a weakness or something. Like, oh, I was wrong in the first place. Now I can do it. It took a while for them to convince me to do it, and I finally sort of just gave in, and I put on the lone stuff, and I loved it. Like, by the time I actually went, the whole thing was like half over, so I didn't get to do it as much as everyone else did. But as soon as I jumped on the hill and rocketed down in this tiny little rickety sled, I had a great time. And I haven't done it since, but I would love to.
What's the form of an Olympic luge team? I think we can make it pretty good.
Is that not a thing?
Yeah, no, we could be the next Olympic losers from Canada.
God, no.
Yeah.
Biggest losers.
biggest
The
losers.
Just because like the three of us are over 6 feet, you know.
Yeah.
I do have a story like that. For as long as I have been afraid of roller coasters, and like it's. I'm not afraid of heights or anything. I'm afraid of mechanical failure. So I was afraid I would get on this thing and I would just careen to my death. So this happened recently, like about a month or so ago. We were finishing up band practice, and I just like our guitarist was giving me a ride, and I'm like, you know, go get Taco Bell. We went to go get Taco Bell. We ate this huge fucking meal, and then we like, you want to go to Galaxyland? We went to Galaxyland, which is the biggest indoor amusement park in Canada or something.
Yay.
And he works at West Edmonton Mall, so we got in for free. He gets these little play passes or whatever. So we're going in, and I'm like, yeah, let's go on the swings. And I love the swings. We did the swings. The swings are the best because I feel no fear when I do that. But he's trying to convince me to go on the Mindbender, which is the biggest roller coaster they have there. And eventually, I'm like, all right, fuck it, let's do it, because we were already in line. I'm like, I want to go, man. He's like, no, get in line. We're doing this. Surprisingly, a lot of fun. Roller coasters, not that big a deal. I was just being a little scaredy cat, because like they perform maintenance on these things like almost every hour. There's no chance in hell, unless someone really fucks up, that you're gonna have any sort of trouble.
You're still gonna have to cut off my pinky to get me on that.
Really?
I think also it's the fact that like 4 people died on it.
I won't do it.
That was then.
Yeah, no. Yeah, but
Like,
still.
Welcome back to the
It's
ghost cast.
established, like that's a roller coaster in one place. Like those traveling carnies that set up their fairs. And
I don't do
Those meth heads, I would not trust them.
Not a fucking.
I don't like
anything.
even something like K-Days. I don't do it because like anything you can set up in a day, I don't do it.
No, that's not safe.
With these ones, they've been there for a while. They test it regularly. I'm like, I'm probably fine with this. I even did the space shot, which made me pee myself.
No, I didn't do that.
I have the exact same hesitant, like I fucking heights rides, no chance. But those swings that swing you around, first time I was on that, I cried laughing. I almost pissed myself. I had so much fun.
Fucking the guy I went with, Michael. He took his phone out while we were doing it. He took a selfie. Yeah, I went with him because he works there. He took a selfie of me and him while he was in front on the swings while we were like 20 feet in the air. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing? It was a good day, and we also had one.
Guys, can we go to Galaxyland?
Yeah, just like he has like, because he's been at the water park for so long, he has millions of passes. So just like, hey, can I get some free passes? He'll give you them because he's too many to use.
Yes, please.
Yeah, free passes to every West Edmonton Mall attraction. I can hook you up.
I want to go. Let's go. Let's plan
All right,
that.
welcome back to the Galaxyland podcast.
Let's plan that.
Yeah, fuck. We should have had that as our backup plan for the corner.
We totally should have.
Yeah.
I would have to call him up and be like, hey, are you working? Can I get some passes from you? I don't know where he keeps
That's a
them.
valid answer.
Yes, please.
You guys sharing something
Who else
with the rest
has
of the class?
What was just said that I missed?
Drugs. Something you put off for a really long time and actually really
I
enjoyed
was
yourself.
gonna tell this during my first like time story, but I forgot. But the first time I ever experimented with drugs, I was in 10th grade, so I was like, what, 14, 15. I smoked weed. Okay, but wait, because I get really paranoid and I was like nervous. I was this like grade A student, like good. Yeah, so.
Madness, bro.
Okay, so I was like this good little girl in like my
Did
parents'
you ever
eyes.
accidentally shoot someone?
No. Shut up. No. And so I went home sick that day. Quotation marks. And I was on the bus and I was sitting there and I was like, everybody on this bus is going to know that I'm high and like call my parents and tell them. So I was sitting there and I know my eyes are closing a little bit, so I was like sitting there with my eyes as wide as possible, sitting there. I probably looked like I was on like
Just abnormal.
Yeah.
Oh my god, did you know that Ellis Levine is high right now?
See, like I thought that would have happened. So I was like, oh my god. And then I basically hid from my parents all night. Like I like slept all night. I think the next morning, like I don't know, it was just a terrible experience. So that's like my first time.
My first time was way
But
different
now
than yours.
it's better.
My first time we went to Fat Burger and had a good time. I don't know what you're talking about.
My first time was apparently terrible. So
I was one of those kids in high school who would never near it. I had friends that did it, but I was like, man, no thank you.
Yeah.
Not for me. Blah, blah, blah. I'll drink because those.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
I drink to that.
But whatever. I'll drink to that.
So that was the last sip anyway. This bottle's empty.
But then, first year university, at the last party of first semester,
Nice hat.
everyone was doing it, and they were
Okay.
like, "Okay, it's been this long. You have to do it this time because I don't ever know the reason."
Peer pressure.
because you have to.
Peer pressure.
You
You
have to do it.
You haven't done it with us all year. You have to come out and do it now.
You're not cool unless you
Fuck
do
it.
it.
I don't care anymore. Let's go do it. And eventually, we ended up ordering like a shit ton of pizza. And it was a really good night.
I ate so much
It
food.
was a really good night.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't do marijuana. It just makes me so paranoid.
Yeah.
Really?
See, I
The
get the
last-
same way.
I don't
Well,
get
okay.
it at all.
So in marijuana, there are two active ingredients: THC,
THC.
CBD. In medicinal marijuana, they try to breed it so it's CBDs because it's mellows you out. Whereas in the let's get fucking high marijuana, it's all about the THC. THC, like the last time I smoked marijuana, which was THC high, I blacked out. I don't even remember. Like, took a hit, 20 minutes later, and apparently, like, I was screaming. I was like, screaming the hell out. Scared the shit out of everybody. Like, people actually, like, oh my god, and they left and shit. It was, yeah.
It was
It was fantastic.
Fan freaking.
It definitely wasn't
Reagan
close.
got really lost. So we had to stop like having fun, and we had to go find her.
Remember the part where we had to cut through the stalks, and the guy's like, "Don't cut through the stalks." But we gotta find
That's
our friend.
Thank you. This is my machete.
The helicopter search party.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Skinny pieces.
No.
It closed yesterday.
So it's done for the season?
Yeah.
Of course, we didn't know that. So good day, right? Good day, guys.
At least we didn't get all the way out there.
Should we mention that we tried to go to a corn maze and it didn't pan out, and that's why we're here?
It's too late.
well,
we already
I'm-
just did.
I'm glad we didn't go before they send out, I don't know, those grainers or whatever to harvest all the corn.
Combine.
That'd be terrifying if you're in the
Combines.
maze.
Yeah, I'd be like, oh, the corn maze is closed? Well, screw that. I'm going anyway. And then you show up in the maze and they just...
Oh my god! Left and right, left and right.
running away from these combines, trying to get out of the maze. Oh, what do we got?
Jared cracked corn, and now he is corn.
Oh lord.
What's the next topic?
We'll just leave it at the 3 topics. Everyone answered that last one? Something new that you tried?
I didn't really have one.
No?
No.
We don't really have one
I don't really
either.
have anything for that.
Ken doesn't do anything.
I put off things that are important, not things that I would have fun doing.
like doctors?
Yeah, I agree.
Doctors,
Doctors,
dentists, taxes.
doing, like,
I haven't seen a
paperwork
dentist in
and
over 3 years.
Yeah, same.
See, the thing is, you have to pay up front for that shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Jared has the nicest teeth out of everybody here.
I have pretty nice teeth.
You do have nice teeth.
We
but
can
have you seen
change
Jared's?
Jared's teeth are really nice.
They are really nice.
My teeth are
Yeah.
awful.
This is a very expensive investment on my parents' behalf.
Thanks,
I
parents.
didn't have braces.
You
or
did it,
anything.
guys.
Yeah.
Mine
I
are
didn't
Secure
have
future.
any braces.
Mine are very.
Anyways,
very
we'll
investment.
just put an end to that then.
Put a pin in it.
Thanks,
What-
guys, for participating in the Totally Normal Tubecast.
I had
We'll
fun.
do this again sometime.
Yay!
Yay!
Mhm.
And next time I won't be wearing pants.